Clark pulls up for another deep three. The defender is there, right at the logo, but it doesn't matter. The shot is already gone. The ball arcs high, the net barely twitches, and the arena explodes. The crowd feels it. The cameras zoom in, and somewhere in the stands, even Steph Curry cracks a grin. People keep calling her the female Steph Curry. But maybe that's not enough. Maybe Caitlin Clark is something entirely different. Because what happens when one player pushes the game past its old boundaries? What happens when the distance doesn't matter anymore? When the release is too quick to contest? When the expectations for who can define a sport get rewritten in real time? Curry lit the spark, but Clark has turned it into a wildfire. Her game isn't simply imitation. It isn't just paying homage to what Steph did for men's basketball. It's a transformation, a remix, and a revelation rolled into one. She doesn't just inspire comparisons. She forces redefinitions. During her final NCAA season, Clark averaged 37, 8% from beyond the arc overall. But the real number that jumps off the page comes from what most would call impossible range. From 30 to 34 feet out, she still drilled 37, 5%, and she didn't do it sparingly. She did it on volume. That's not just extending the line a little. That's forcing defenses into chaos. Every possession turns into guesswork when the threat begins at the logo. Then came her leap to the WNBA, and the numbers only got scarier. Through her first 11 attempts from 30 feet and beyond, Clark hit nearly half of them, 45. 5% to be exact. Nearly half. Let that sink in. That's Steph Curry territory, not just in reputation, but in raw, verifiable production. These aren't heat checks. These are calculated daggers from a player whose range stretches defenses to the breaking point. One viral clip at Kinnick Stadium showed the world exactly what she was about. 55,000 fans filled the seats, a record crowd for women's basketball. Clark brought the ball up, pulled from the logo, and drilled it. Within 24 hours, the clip racked up millions of views online. It wasn't just a shot. It was an announcement, an exclamation point, a declaration that she had arrived, and that the game itself had officially shifted. Her presence changes geometry. Defenses warp around her the way planets bend space. Screens don't work the same way. Switches happen earlier than coaches would like. Opponents are dragged farther from the basket than they're comfortable. Steph Curry built the idea of logo gravity. Caitlin Clark is taking it further, bending the court in ways even seasoned professionals struggle to adapt to. And it doesn't end in the half court. In transition, she is terrifying. While most players sprint downhill looking to finish at the rim, Clark is pulling up from 30 feet. In one viral WNBA clip, she caught an outlet just past half court, never even thought about a dribble, and launched. Swish. The shot clock read 22 seconds. The defense hadn't even crossed the free throw line. She had already broken the play. Her release is another nightmare. Roughly 9 seconds. Faster than most defenders can even pivot or put a hand up. Social media slowed the clips down frame by frame. Sprint, catch, rise, release. It's done before help defenders even process a threat. Steph made fast break threes dangerous. Clark has made them inevitable. She's not just breaking rhythm. She's creating her own and forcing everyone else to dance to it. There was a defining moment in the 2024 NCAA Elite Eight. Clark rose from 36 feet, buried the shot, and didn't smile, didn't flex, didn't even jog back the way most would. She pointed at the logo, a gesture quiet and devastating, a way of saying, "This is where my game begins." That image exploded. Logo Queen trended online. Kids started copying it in driveways. Brands wasted no time turning it into campaigns. A cereal company released a limited edition box with her silhouette pulling from the logo. Nike teased their draft day collab with the tagline, "From the logo for the league." Steph smiles after his threes. Clark commands a moment. Her swagger isn't arrogance. It's performance theater, a shared understanding that fans came to see something bigger than buckets. But it would be a mistake to think she's only a shooter. Her passing is every bit as devastating. In college, she averaged 8, 9 assists per game, nearly double Curry's numbers at Davidson. And she carried it straight into the pros. setting the record for most assists ever by a rookie through her first 5 games. The vision is unreal. She threads needles most players wouldn't even attempt. One highlight shows her slinging a 75-foot bounce pass in stride for a layup. Another shows a no-look, behind-the-back dime through traffic that froze commentators mid-sentence. They didn't just clap. They stopped, stunned, trying to comprehend what they had just witnessed.